With Russia about to begin real-world tests with its digital ruble, we take a look at why Putin and Russia might be implementing this CBDC. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys, available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the latest episode of Enter Crypto, where every single day I keep you informed and fully up to date on all things that are happening in the cryptoverse. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then like, subscribe, and click on the notifications bell so that you do not miss out on any future updates. Now, today we're going to be talking about Russia and its rollout of its digital ruble, that is to say, its CBDC. This article is from CoinDesk's policy section, and as always, we'll quickly read through the article and then we'll comment after. So, Russia to test digital ruble with banks and clients. The country's central bank will begin real-world tests of the digital currency with 13 banks and limited clients on August the 15th. Russia is set to broaden its digital ruble pilot by starting real-world tests with 13 banks next week, the country's central bank announced on Wednesday. President Vladimir Putin signed the digital ruble law in July, while the central bank's pilot for the CBDC has been a while in the making. Russia, heavily sanctioned by the US and Europe following the invasion of Ukraine, views the digital ruble as a way of circumventing the financial restrictions. The launch of pilot operations with real digital rubles is the most important stage of the project, the Bank of Russia said in Wednesday's announcement. This will allow us to test the operation of the digital ruble platform already in an industrial environment, work out all the necessary procedures with the involvement of clients, adjust processes if necessary, and make sure that the client path is convenient and understandable for users. Citizens and businesses should be able to use the CBDC at their own request, starting in 2025, said Olga Skorobogatova, who is the first deputy governor of the Bank of Russia, in a statement. The test will be conducted through 13 banks and a limited circle of their clients. This is according to the announcement. First stages of testing will focus on digital wallets, transfers between citizens, purchases of goods and services using QR codes and simple automated payments. Pilot participants will be able to pay with digital rubles at 30 retail outlets located in 11 Russian cities. And this is according to the announcement. By the end of this year, the list of pilot participants will be expanded by attracting both citizens and companies. And so with the implementation or rushed implementation of this CBDC, I think that Russia is really trying to make a statement here, and Putin's trying to send a message to the rest of the world that not only can the ruble still function even if you sanction us, you try to go against us in any way that you can internationally or on the global stage, but we can also excel. We know this is new technology. We can push the envelope with the ruble, and so actually sanctions are not having any effect whatsoever. Now, the reality is that the sanctions are having a massive effect on it, and that's to be expected. But in today's world, Putin understands that the media and propaganda and social media in particular are very powerful forces, and if he can get a message out and it can be believed, it can spread quite quickly, and you can start persuading quite a large part of certainly his own population that Russia is now not only strong but stronger than before. And so I think that is actually the main reason why. This is all a kind of a political message to the rest of the world, in my opinion. And less so about actually making the lives of citizens easier by giving them, an easier payment system to use when they're paying for the groceries. The other reason that CBDC is so attractive to Russia and China is that they are somewhat of a dictatorship, and dictators like to keep tabs on their citizens. They like to know everything about them and what they're doing in an effort to retain control and retain power. And a CBDC allows that for the Bank of Russia or the Bank of China. They're able to see every single transaction that their citizens are making at any given time. They can stop the payments. They can encourage spending in one particular sphere and, disincentivize spending in another. They can give money an expiration date, for example, and then after a certain date, the money's in your account now, but after a certain date, the money expires and it's gone. So they can play around and do a lot of things. They can give you their own preferred interest rates for people in a particular geographical area within the country, and then within another one they can give them a different area depending on if they want to, increase spending in one area or decrease spending in another area. It's truly programmable, and for a government that's headed by somebody like Putin or President Xi, it's a real delight. And so in my opinion, those are the two main reasons for implementing this CBDC and trying to implement it so quickly. I mean, China have already started to implement it as well. They've jumped this. You might notice that the UK and the US, although they're interested in the idea, they're not rushing it through like we've seen in Russia and China. And so this will be an interesting narrative to keep up with, an interesting story to follow, and I'll be sure to keep you updated every step along the way. As always, guys, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the notifications bell too, and I shall see you all tomorrow.